Hi, hello. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Welcome. It is for all zodiac signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I got to keep it straight in my head. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All of you guys. It's for everybody. The way that you know it's for you is because you're drawn to listen. It appeals to you. Something in the title, something in or the thumbnail, whatever it is, it calls to you and you interact. It's because there's so many different ways that the universe is trying to communicate to you. It doesn't have a human voice, but it can connect with you vibrationally and send you to where you need to be to hear the messages that you need to hear. Hopefully not the ones you want to hear, but the ones you need to hear, because that is the ones you want to hear are not the ones that help you, that make you stronger, that make your life better. But this is Friday, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you're watching this on Astrology Motivation, let me say this really quickly. Oh, thank you so much, man. Oh, wow, thank you. Wait, every week I look up every day just to see if you posted messages about Pisces in particular. There's one video that comes out a week for Pisces. And usually when I post stuff on Instagram, I'm not posting for zodiac specific signs, but I'm posting for everybody and stuff that I think can it's stuff that I love. And when I read it, I feel stronger or I feel awakened. So that's what I choose to share with you guys. I don't usually post zodiac specific things. Yeah, the zodiac specific things are all centered on Born Without Boundaries Tarot, but that's a really good idea. Maybe over on at least the community page over there, I could start posting some more zodiac specific like memes or content or advice. That would be really awesome. That's a good idea. Thank you for making me think about that. It's just another way for me to broaden my ability to communicate, connect, and provide for you guys. So thank you. You got me thinking. And thank you for watching the Pisces videos. Pisces community is growing so much stronger than it has been, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really, really, really my heart is really full. Cancers and Libras and Geminis, y'all is rocking that shit out. I can't even you're almost catching up to Scorpio in terms of all the views. Scorpios are still my tribe, they're still rocking it out every single week. But I just love how there's other communities starting to grow, and it's what I've hoped for. So I hope to keep building. And so if I can provide more content that helps you guys, I could start posting that, especially on the community feed. Some zodiac specific stuff. That's a good idea. So thank you for that idea. I love it. Yeah, so if you're watching this on Astrology Motivation is my second YouTube channel. So please do love this video, like it, share it on your social media platforms, and click that link below to subscribe to this channel and help Astrology Motivation grow. Also, once you subscribe, you can ring that bell and hit all notifications, and you'll be notified when I upload all the content over here. I upload the daily tarot card readings over here. The daily tarot card readings happen live every single Monday through Friday on Instagram. So if you want to join them live, please follow me on Instagram at born_without_boundaries. But I always post them over here, and I post the weekly astrology forecast over here. And what I'm gonna do today, what I do twice a month over on Astrology Motivation, is I'll go live and I'll post a you know what? Maybe I won't go live. I noticed that the pick a card did a lot better when I didn't do it live, when it wasn't in the live stream for some reason. So but I'm going to do a pick a card today, and I'll post it over on Astrology Motivation. I love pick a cards. Hi, this Scorpio reading, needing the rebirth, rebirthing hurts like hell, but looking forward to rising like the phoenix. Woo, woo. That's the second round of Scorpios are coming into their Phoenix period now. I think there was a first round that I was lucky enough to be a part of when I first started to develop my channel. And, they're ascended. They're ascended already. But this second round, this second tribe, I'm so happy to have you finding my videos, because I always try to make them a conduit for progress and for motivation and for self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that a lot of you not are in pain, but ultimately are learning and growing and starting to be free of all that shit that keeps you down, because you don't have to be down. You don't have to suffer. Just because you're a Scorpio does not mean you have to suffer. That's absolutely not true. In fact, Scorpios are supposed to be resurrective and teaching people how to transcend their suffering and shed it and use that as building blocks to become something beautiful, like the phoenix. So that's really the high vibrational, or like I like to say, harmoniously vibrational Scorpionic energy. And I'm glad to know that people are there now, and they're like rising up. I love it. I love it. That's awesome news. Families sometimes are the worst offenders. That's true. And I think that at one point in your life, you will have to make a decision to even walk away from family members if they're bringing you down or hurting you or adding to that suffering, or don't want to help you heal. I mean, you have a right to take distance and space from virtually anyone in order to enable your own personal growth. So let me read this to you, because I wanted to read you guys. Lots of times we start over here. So Friday, the moon is in Aquarius, right? So hopefully the good thing about moon in Aquarius is that we're really social, we're really playful, we like to be part of the community, we like to get out and do things. So that's really good. That's a really nice energy. Let me read this to you about the moon that's coming up, the full moon in Pisces that's going to happen on Monday. Some people call it the harvest moon. Yeah, some people call it the harvest moon. But then this excerpt in Llewellyn's Witch's Date book, they're calling it the vine moon. Let me show you this in case you want to screenshot it. Okay. The vine moon. The month of vine begins. I'm sorry. Let me go back, because we're already in the month of vine. This is the Celtic people celebrate, or a Celtic tradition celebrates. Every single month is connected to a kind of tree, and we're in the month of vine, right? And I read that already. I remember reading that. And so this is another name for this moon, is the vine moon, because it's in the Celtic tree month of the vine tree. The month of vine brings us well into harvest season and the time of Mabon in the wheel of the year. So the vine moon is about harvest and abundance. It is time to celebrate both the gifts the earth brings, us, as well as those things we are harvesting from the hard work we've accomplished in our lives. No matter how simple, we all have something to be thankful for. Vine also is associated with and often refers to grapes and blackberries. Grapevines are especially known for growing in any direction they are presented the opportunity to, using the resources available for support. Perhaps our potential is not unlike that of the grape, and we can learn a lesson from the grape to use our available support network during our efforts for growth. This harvest time, pour yourself a chalice of wine or sparkling grape juice in honor of the grape and the vine moon. Step into the moonlight and speak a toast in gratitude for all you have to harvest and all the support that is available to you along the way. What a wonderful, celebratory, and beautiful time. Mabon, just so that you guys know, is on Wednesday the 22nd. So it's next Wednesday. Mabon is the fall equinox. It's the day when the day and the night are equal. And then of course we start cascading into darker times, the winter time, which also helps us no to that, no, just a little sponge. Hey, yeah, Love you. It helps us find the light in other people. You know, it's like when the sunlight, we don't have as much sunlight, it helps us find the light in other humans. It helps us find the light in ourselves. You know, it helps us find the warmth in each other. And that's really what the holiday season is really all about, finding light and support and hope in each other. I just love the cycle of life. Sometimes it just really amazes me. And so thank you for everybody who just joined. Yes, I know the days have been getting shorter, but the days are still longer than the nights until Mabon, until the equinox, the fall equinox. And that's when it marks the day that they're both equal. And so a wonderful way to celebrate equinoxes, because there's a spring one as well, is to celebrate the yin and yang and the balance between these two aspects of ourselves, the dynamics in the world. What a great thing maybe to find joy and warmth in somebody who's not like you, to have a conversation with somebody who doesn't share the same beliefs or ideals as you. It's a time when both the light and dark energy inside of us and outside of us is in equality. So it's a good time to inspire connection with those things that maybe make you feel uncomfortable, or listen to different perspectives, learn how to stand your ground while listening to different perspectives. All of those things are a great way, I think, to really get in balance around the equinox. And yeah, stop. Fall equinox, I always think of grounding. I always think of, you know, touching the you know, like the earth underneath our feet. And of course, we're in celebration of the harvest. And, you know, dude, I mean, God bless them. They're recommending us a glass of fucking wine. Just like invite your friends over and have a wine tasting, or go out to a wine tasting. That's a great idea. Hello. Oh. That's a great idea. I don't even like wine, but I think I like cheese. I shouldn't be eating cheese, but I love cheese and I love fruit platters. And what a great thing. Maybe invite the girls to a get together up in like Temecula or something, and just like go for a nice little wine tasting somewhere. That would be really freaking cool. I'm just saying. Little suggestion. I'm like thinking out loud with you guys here. Okay, but I mean, come on. What a great suggestion. So anyway, TGIF, let's get into our reading today. Today is a very good day. Cancer, Leo, Virgo, you are up. Your readings are up, and they were the bomb. I have to say, I was kind of blown away. I've been blown away by all of these readings. I've been liking the vibe and the energy and the truth that's been coming out in them. Cancer, it's not as bad as you think, man. Go watch your reading. I'm telling you, shit's gonna be good. Shit's gonna be good. Okay. So, whoosh. The Knight of Swords, sometimes running into things too quickly, or talking too quickly, speaking too quickly. Not necessarily for malicious ways, but it could also mean because you're afraid, reacting to fear, or just having to react to fear, having to get yourself in it. This is the Tower here. It's usually, this side is usually like reconstructive, or something has just hit or struck internally. All of a sudden there's something that you realize, something about a fear that you're dealing with inside, because somebody says something, and all of a sudden you realize something, and then we have a judgment maybe being made against you, and a gold digging motherfucking hoe, and then we have this. This is the energy of all of a sudden something clicking. All of a sudden you realizing something inside of yourself has put you away from God, has made you detached from the universe, has disconnected you. That it's like you realize the imbalance or the destruction. Something destroys you from the inside, and that's why you haven't been making really great decisions. Maybe you're making low vibrational decisions, or you've been making decisions, or you have misjudged somebody. Right? And you haven't seen them for what they really are. But now this is the central energy. This is beautiful, because you're starting to realize that my fears may have brought me here, but they don't have to trap me here. See, this over here isn't some shadow evil creature. It's your person. It's your shadow on the other side of the swords. It's the part of you that can draw you through your fears. you know, and make you realize that even though everything seems scarier on the other side, it's actually worse to keep yourself here where you're afraid, or where you don't want to, you know, where you really don't want to be. You're starting to see the light. You're starting to see the light come through, inspiration, a way out, all of those things. Just like this is the strength card. But it's the part of the strength card that reminds us what strength really is. And what strength really is facing our fears. And our fears, the devil doesn't live outside of us. I hate to break it to you. The devil lives within us. And you got to face that. And that's what this tower is, realizing how maybe we have deconstructed our own lives by making stupid fucking decisions. This is like gold digging hoe energy. That's what this is, you know? And it's like who am I? Who am I? Who do I want to be in this world? Like all of this stuff is like, now all of a sudden we're getting back to, I want to create. I don't want to latch on to, I want to create. I'm going to close my eyes. That's what I love, is that everybody's looking at her, but she ain't looking at nobody. It's like getting your fire back, getting your energy back, getting your creativity back, getting your belief in yourself back, your confidence back, because that's fire energy too. You know, this energy from the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of, to the Queen of Wands. But then we have this, which is embarrassment. Maybe being embarrassed about what we're going after, because we have embarrassment here, but then we have the Knight of, this could be fuckboy energy too. Like it's almost like we're starting to wake up to who we are. And this is the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse is almost like we just feel completely squashed, and we feel completely drained. And we also feel like this is also like Slick Willy energy, like especially connected to or sitting right next to the Knight of Wands. I can't speak. I hate this. Hello, Mercury retrograde is right around the corner. 10 days away. Anyway, I'm just like, it's almost like in some ways we're embarrassed that we got ourselves into this situation, or we got ourselves, this is just fuckboy energy. I'm telling you right now that there's a whole bunch of fuckboy energy here. It's embarrassment. It's not recognizing other people have helped you. It's maybe taking too much credit for yourself when you shouldn't have taken too much credit for yourself. It's almost like you're getting your shit fed to you, or somebody's getting their, maybe it's not you. Somebody's getting their shit fed to them. This is about starting to open up yourself, right? It's open up yourself, it's like deciding to allow yourself to be more vulnerable. Allowing yourself to be more vulnerable and be more honest and true to yourself, and then all of a sudden start to see or be led by your moon. Be okay being alone, because that moon is directing you toward happiness, peace, and togetherness. This is a really interesting reading. I feel like this is a very personal, internal reading. Why? Because of this card and because of this card. And what this card is saying is, we're going to have to face those things in our brains that we're embarrassed by, realizing that, oh my God, I fucked up so much, or I gave myself too much credit for something, or I gave myself too much credit for this, or maybe I gave this person too much credit. I gave this person too much credit because of the fears that I had in myself. And then all of a sudden it's like embarrassment, but that's still pride. Don't let pride get in your way of growth. Don't let pride, you could feel the pride, but identify it for what it is. Don't let it get in the way of your personal growth. As in, if you have opportunities, take them. Even if you feel like maybe they're smaller opportunities, they're diminished, they're not as big as you wanted them to be, but that's your pride. Ultimately, this is your time to really stop having confidence in stupid shit. Stop having confidence in getting stupid people's attention, like fuckboy energy. Who gives a fuck? You got a shit ton of fuckboys calling you, but do they respect you? Do they like you? Do they care for you? Is anything real happening there? The answer is no. You left yourself wide open and vulnerable to this shit, and that's why you're alone. You're alone, in terms of work. I don't know what happened, but there was some sort of it's almost like Maybe you got a real quick, like a quick luck. You got luck up front, and you mistook it for you having talent. And it's not the same thing. Like getting a lucky wave is awesome, but it's not the same as knowing how you got there, going through the hard motions, sticking to it, and learning how the system works. That's kind of what we're kind of like being taken back. We're being taken back, dropped back a few notches, or we have been, in order to teach us how to love and appreciate hard work. And that's really the theme right now, is hard work. And we celebrate the harvest of our hard work. And we're about to really get served the ultimate message when we get to harvest time, when we get to Maybone, what abundance comes into us. If it doesn't impress you, guess what? It's because you didn't impress. And that's a hard thing to swallow. So you can react to it in two ways. Okay, how do I go back to the drawing board and actually do what I need to do to impress? And it's not about impressing, validation from others. It's about really doing the work. It's about learning to eat the shit that you flung at the walls. It's about getting some hard messages that come back to us. Let's put it this way. It's universal constructive criticism. That's what it is. It's not trying to bring you down. It's trying to give you a pathway to make you stronger. That's what it's trying to do. Your pride can get in the way, and it can disrupt you, and it can 100% most definitely make you not listen to it and blame everybody else. Blame everybody else. Blame it on the outside. It's the outside. It's everything else. This is happening to me. No, it's happening through you. It's happening through you. And that's what this central energy is about. Like facing your fears, facing your fuck ups, facing the mistakes that you made. And ultimately, when you face them, you learn, and you're able to now set in place a much better constructed road for you to travel on. That is 100% what this reading is fucking about. I know everybody wants to hear, oh, there's this fuckboy in your life, and you got to get rid, and you do have, there is a fuckboy in hovering around here. There is somebody who you should not be taken personally, and they're a fucking embarrassment. Okay? They're a fucking embarrassment. And you left yourself wide open and vulnerable when you could have and should have just been happy being by yourself. When you could have and should have just been happy being by yourself, there's a fuck boy you let into your life. Now, what does that mean? It could be a female. Yes, absolutely. Doesn't have to be just a fuck boy, right? But this is somebody that was all talk, no action. All kinds of like, look at me, how wonderful I am. I'm going to take credit for shit, but they really weren't good at crap, right? Now, maybe this is you. Maybe this is the attitude that you had taken on. And now you're getting your shit handed to you because you know what? You didn't do the hard work that you claimed to do. Or you're with somebody that did not do it. You were impressed by somebody's flashiness. You were impressed by somebody's star power. You were impressed by somebody's star quality. They had all the glitz and glamour, but none of the heart and soul. That's this energy. I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but this is you eating the shit and being delivered that hard lesson of, yeah, this is what was happening. This is the real person you were dealing with. Or this is what you actually fell for. Or this is who you actually are. And from this point, you have so much power to do better, right? And the do better is leave yourself open to be led by your psyche, your power, your intuitive power. Like this moon is like being led by your own dreams. You know, this is abundance is coming into you. And I had a personal reading yesterday, and I got to share this with you. I'm not going to share any facts about the personal reading or the person I did it for, but this reading reminds me a lot of something that I picked up in that reading, and that was this: the universe is trying to bring you abundance. They want you to be open. They got to crack you open to receive the abundance. But they need you to get rid of the fucking pieces of shit in your life who will do nothing but shit and piss all over your life. They need you to get rid of that because they don't want to give you... Listen, if you got a money-grubbing, gold-digging hoe in your life, why is the universe going to send you a winning lottery ticket? Because all it's going to do is send you a lottery ticket when you're living with somebody who's going to steal shit from you. If you have this negative energy in your life, hello, devil, why is the universe going to send you? The universe is going to make that energy, that devil energy, crack and fall apart and liberate you from that nastiness. As I'm looking, the bottom of the deck is the devil card, but it's also the card, right? You see, there's a way out. There's a way out. There's a way of this hell that I'm keeping myself in. You see it, you got to take it, right? Because the universe doesn't want you in hell. It doesn't want you suffering. And it's trying to send abundance in. But the only way you're going to get that abundance is if you shed this fucking energy of this fucking person who you should have never let in your life. They're just not good for you. They're just not good for you. Or the aspects of yourself that you should have never encouraged. About, oh, look how amazing I am. I'm so amazing. I'm so amazing. Oh my God. But did you do the work to actually be amazing? Because if you did, you wouldn't have to say how amazing you are all the time. And you wouldn't have to keep checking on it. Right? So it's almost like somebody looks like so good from the outside, but they're not. They're a fucking embarrassment and they're nothing to be proud of. And this is the kind of energy that you're dealing with and have to confront today. And once you confront that shit, you need to get that fucking shit out of your life so that your abundance can come in. Make way for the abundance that wants to be real to you, that wants to be in your life. And a big part of that is by showing the universe you can set boundaries. By showing the universe that you're ready to shed the skin that you shouldn't be in. It's about showing the universe that you can set boundaries, that you have the experience and you know what you want in your life and you know what you don't want in your life and you know what's good and you know what's bad and you know what's right and you know what's wrong. And I know the part in my hair is not fucking right. My hair is all over the place today. But that's the energy. It's like you got to set this right. If y'all sitting here in preparation for Maybon and the abundance, that the harvest that's coming in, you want that harvest to come in. You got to get rid of the rats that would eat your food, right? Why are you going to do all that work in your field, toiling all summer long, collecting the harvest, when all you're going to do is feed the rats and cockroaches? You have to clear the rats and cockroaches out of your house before you let that abundance in. Oh, thank you, Amber. You have to let the rats and cockroaches out. You got to get them out. You got to get those motherfuckers out. And I'm telling you, they're insidious. They don't come in big droves where you could see them. No, they come in one by one, little by little. They sneak in overnight. And you got to watch that shit. Because it kind of like gets you used to rats in the house. It almost makes you think that it's normal. It's not normal. It's not normal, it's not healthy, and it's not good. And you can't have that attitude of, I don't want to kill anything. No, you got to come in with the fucking exterminator and be like, die, bitch, die. You know? You do. Somebody's house needs extermination. And clearly it's all of us on here, or we would not be listening to this message. But somebody's house needs extermination. And it may not be in all dynamics of your life, right? Your home, your house might be wonderful. Your relationship might be wonderful. But your job is bullshit. And you know it's bullshit. And you know you work for people who are running some shady black market shit under, but you still do, oh, because it's my biggest contract, I have to stay. No, you don't. There are options outside of the rats. There are options outside of the cockroaches. And you need to confront it, and you need to exterminate it, and you need to say right now, because this is what the universe is saying, you have the power now. I'm listening to you. Tell me what you want in your life. What do you want in your life? What don't you want in your life? Well, I don't want a rat-infested, cockroach-infested job, relationship, friendships. I don't want those. I want people who nurture me, inspire me, and build me up and make me feel good about myself. I want people who encourage me to make progress. I want people who inspire me, who help me reach higher, who are themselves reaching higher, working hard, doing what's right. That's what I want. Okay, if that's what you want, then you have to start making decisions that show me that's what you want, because I'm about to let this flow. And you're going to construct the boundaries that conduct the flow. Do you want this flow that I'm sending you to go right into their pockets because you're setting the wrong boundaries? Or are you going to build the right boundaries to conduct the flow right into where I want it to go, which is you? Right? That's what boundaries do, guys. They help conduct the flow of energy in your life. You either let it all spill out or you conduct the boundaries in certain ways. And you can build bad boundaries too that conduct energy that should be flowing one direction and helping to nurture you in wasting it away. It's almost like you got only so much water and you want to water your grapevines, but you built the wrong boundaries, so now it's running off into the street and being wasted. Right? You've got to build the right boundaries. You've got to build the right kind of boundaries, and you've got to see how to conduct that flow of energy. It wants to come into you. And the wonderful energy about today is that you're waking up to see it. And you may not like what you see. It may hurt you and scare you because you're realizing, wow, I should have never let these people into my life. How do I get rid of them? I don't know how to get rid of them. Yeah, you do. You tell them the truth. You stop saying, you tell them the truth. You stop saying to them what you know they want to hear, and you start telling them what's actually on your mind, and they'll leave real quick. They'll get the fuck out of there. When you're honest to people, it's the easiest way to get rid of the right ones and the wrong ones, because your honesty is going to get fucking rid of people who they really can't tolerate you. Half the bad people in your life are there because you let them be. Half the bad people in your life are there because you open. Everybody talks about vampires. Vampires are attracted to blood in the water, just like sharks. Okay, you're cutting yourself open. That's why they're hovering around you. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Wipe the blood away. Patch that shit up with some medicine, put bandages on it, let yourself heal, take yourself away for a little while, be around people you know aren't vampires, let them help you heal. Like, all of this is something that this week was all about, was finding a way to love who you are enough to be who you are in the presence of people who would, in a lot of ways, bully you into being what they need you to be for, their own food. Everybody wants to eat. Rats like to eat for free. Rats like to eat for free. So make a decision. Who the fuck do you want to be around? Who are you? And as long as you can tell your truth, people will take themselves out of your life. You ever watch those old vampire movies? You have to invite a vampire in. Bam! That's part of the vampire lore. Vampires can't come into your house. They can't. They're not allowed. You have to invite a vampire into your house. They need an invitation. They need an invitation. I hear the crow. Communication is key. Bam! Communication is key. It's not about, I want to talk to you about something. It's about, this is what I actually believe about you. And I don't like it. Get your shit together, or what have you been holding back that you've wanted to say? Confidence is the key to your success. There you go. With a Gemini mouth and Leo confidence, believe me, nobody's going to be able to bully you. Hold your vision. You've let it fall off. Oh, but now it can turn around. It came out this way, and then it turned the fuck around, saying, if you communicate clearly with confidence what you know is really inside your heart, then guess what? Your vision will come back. Your strength will come back. Your position will come back. Dude, I'm not just yelling at you, I'm yelling at me too. That's the problem. That's the problem. I don't see y'all faces out there. I see my face. and I'm looking straight at my face, and this is how I talk to myself. I fucking yell at myself. I yell at myself all the time to get my shit together, to get strong, to take opportunities. Oh, suki suki. The one card in this deck that comes out, transformation. It's time. It's time for change. It's time for change. And that's what we're going through right now. We're breaking down to rebuild ourselves. We're breaking down to build ourselves up. It's changed. It's time for change. Like I said, just because you don't like what you see doesn't mean it's not the truth. And that's fine. Let the truth happen to you. Oh, how beautiful. As I'm saying, the sea of love. Shedding your past, shedding the past emotions, or shedding the shit that once held you down is going to allow for new beauty to come in. But you've got to shed these old emotions and these old fears. You've got to. Pisces full moon is a perfect time to do this. Abundance from within. That's you realizing that you have a right to speak up, and that what's on your mind and what you want to say is important. And it's like, it's not just realizing it, it's believing it. And believing it so much that you don't question it or filter yourself or not talk about something that you want to talk about or allow something that makes you feel uncomfortable. We have you are safe. So somebody is protecting you. This, I'm telling you, the universe is so on your side right now. It's crazy. And I said that in all of yesterday's videos. It's true. The universe is so on your side. It is protecting you. It is protecting you from even greater harm. It is trying to offer you ways out. It's trying to offer you like it's warning you. It's sending you warning. It's ringing these bells. Then we have clear the fog. Wow. Suddenly I see. Suddenly I see. Suddenly I see. And I hope you guys did what we worked on yesterday is you went out and prayed afterwards, because I sure did. I did. I went out and prayed. I went out and like said, please help me. Please help me with this situation because I don't know what to do about it. It's bothering me and I don't have the strength in these areas. Please help me. Please help me. Please help me. You'll get help. The tribe is changing because right here, it's in reverse, chop wood. You have to work on making better friends and making better connections. There you go. I am authentic is in reverse, which means, okay, both these cards came out in reverse. And it's in the past, so that's good. I am authentic. You have not been authentic, and I am chosen. That's why you haven't been selected. If you in the past have not been selected for the things that you really want, it's because you haven't been authentic. You haven't been real. You haven't entered into the audition room as who you are. You've entered in as who they think you think they want to be. Who you think they want you to be. Fucking speak. I'm getting so frustrated. My words are not coming out correctly. And I know maybe I shouldn't have said the audition room, because audition is you're pretending to be somebody else, right? But ultimately, no. You need to be authentic in in what you are in every single moment. You need to stand in your authenticity, and that takes a lot of courage, and it takes being able to be vulnerable. And what this is confirming is, at least in the past, it's not saying that this is what you're stuck in for the rest of your life, but it's saying at least in your past, wow, somebody's really dominating these it's not like it's almost like it's in the past. So in the past, we are today the choices we've made in the past. So it's confirming that in the past you haven't been authentic, and that's why the people that you really want in your life haven't come in, because you haven't been your real self. You've been your easy self. So there's work that we have to do, right? Or it's saying that we have in our lives something that we don't really want, because we really haven't been completely authentic with what we want or what we feel. Traitor. Exchange energy to create abundance. Interesting. This is coming in the future. So this is definitely looking for connection with people, but it's like, what people are you looking for the connection with? That's really interesting, and that's hard. That's really difficult. 11:11, awaken to the truth. Awaken to the truth. Natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. So there's nothing you have to do or change except a lot, right? Diamond, value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. Sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. And we talked about this in the reading. And deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. So it could even be for some of us, it could even be saying, it could even be saying, this is the time to get real with what you have to fix, which I think is what it was saying from the very beginning. This is the time to get real with what you have to fix, to be willing to go back and start at the starting line again if you know that somehow you tried to cheat in order to get where you are now. A lot of times we try to cheat. We try to get right to that happiness before toiling and struggling and to understand what builds our happiness. How is our happiness constructed? Because if you rush right to the happiness, it's almost like just a high. You know what I'm saying? Vision, harmony, fear. And there's a couple that are hidden that they didn't turn over. But hold on. This is a really great one for Friday, right? Vision came out first. A positive outcome requires a positive vision. Visualize everyone involved in your present situation surrounded by light and love. Make sure to include yourself also. Your love has the power to influence and transform the current events. Now, I didn't understand this yesterday, and so let me explain it to you today. Today, I understand what this card means. It doesn't mean that, I'm going to look at this positively, and I'm going to find a way to make us all best friends. I'm going to find a way to keep us all together. No. What you're saying is everybody has their place, and everybody's at their own point in life where they are right now, and everybody's on their own journey. So I'm going to respect, and I'm going to respect those people's journeys. I'm going to respect their journey. Simultaneously, I'm going to respect my journey. And I'm going to let you go if your journey and my journey aren't in sync. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to accuse you of being a piece of shit. I'm going to see you in the best possible light that is possible for me right now. And I'm going to decide, but is it right for me in my life right now? So, because the worst advice that was ever given to me was, if you want to get over a guy, you have to think of all the horrible things he's done and learn to hate him. It was the worst advice I've ever been given, because hating somebody does not get you over them. Because hate is just like love being disappointed, Hate keeps them in you, right? It just keeps them stuck there. You want to get over somebody, you have to love them. You have to see them for who they are, embrace all they are, love them for who they are, and realize, it just doesn't work for me. Love is the only way that you can actually be able to shed what you don't want in your life. Because if you do it through judgment and you do it through fear, you're avoiding the confrontation. But if you do it through love, then you're not avoiding them at all. You're just ultimately being like, well, that doesn't work for me. Because if you believe in the best of somebody, then it's easier for you to be your authentic self around that somebody. And when you're your authentic self around somebody, then they can decide, you don't really fit me either, do you? You don't really fit me. You just fit me because you were changing yourself to fit me because you were desperate or scared etc., etc. So once you get rid of that fear and you get rid of definitely that hatred, all of a sudden, if just in love, a positive outcome, if you want a positive you want a positive life where there are people around you that help you grow and accept you for who you are, then believe in the best of everybody and decide if it works for you or not. And let them go in love. The only time you actually are able to let somebody go is in love. That's it. That's the only time. And now I understand that card, and I didn't yesterday. And then we have harmony. Disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Everything has its cycle. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. There you go. Fear. I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present time. And this card came out yesterday too. No, I think Archangel Michael, no. I think this card came out. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. It's through love that fear is dissolved. Diversity. The world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved. Stop trying to fit in. Don't dim to fit in. And healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. And with that, my voice is completely fucking shot. I have got to go. I was going to try to do the pick a card right now. I will definitely get that up before 5 p.m. this evening. Yeah, so that you guys can enjoy it over the weekend. I hope you have a great weekend. And honestly, I know this reading sounds difficult, but it's a lot easier than you think it is as long as you trust in spirit. And remember that God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, has your back always. It's unconditional love for you. The only kind of blocks there is to that unconditional love are the bad boundaries that you set. The boundaries, even of bad people. A bad person you allow into your life could be a boundary from the unconditional love the universe wants you to receive. So ultimately, it's about believing so hard in that unconditional love, it could get to you even through that bad boundary. And then that bad boundary becomes really, really weak. And it starts to dismantle itself because in the presence of unconditional love, it's just going to explode. So ultimately, let the light in that wants to get in. It's asking for you to receive it. Make room for it. I love you guys so much. Have a very, very happy, healthy weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday. Happy full moon.